What's next for John Cena? Cody Rhodes is going to SummerSlam and WWE Evolution next week. Cody Rhodes, King of the Ring. Johnny North, King of the Mats. How are you?
Not too bad, Dave. I'm just surprised. You're like, oh, Evolution's next week. That's the big thing. That's the smallest thing next week. You got Saturday night's main event. You got All In. I mean, Evolution. I'm surprised you put that top of the list, to be honest.
Why?
I mean, are you excited for this? Have you seen the way this is shaping up, this PLE? I thought tonight, they did a bad job tonight. I'm not excited at all for this.
Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. They announced that on SmackDown tonight for the WWE Women's Championship taking place next week at WWE Evolution in Atlanta next Sunday.
Well, I'm glad we get to go right into this right away. This is the dumbest thing in the world. We have two world champions, and they're going to say, like, oh, I want to face somebody, and I'm going to announce who I'm going to face. These are main events, by the way.
Yeah.
I just face who I want to face. And by the way, like, EO, like the week prior said, like, oh, a dream match to the face you, Oscar. I hope they get to face you one day. And then totally, like, changes it. It's Rhea the next week. Like, what a horrible person she is.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw people talking about that. Where EO and Kyrie, right?
No, it was Oscar.
Was it Asuka? I thought it was Kyrie.
Yeah. No, it was Asuka. Remember, Asuka was going for Queen of the Ring for the finals?
Right. And EO was like, oh, it'd be a dream match. And then all of a sudden this week she shows up and she's like, oh, I really want to face Rhea Ripley. I don't know.
Who's the only person she's ever faced for that championship that she has right now. She's
really?
only defended against Rhea. Yeah. Not a great reign, obviously.
What's the deal?
Well, I think injuries screw things up. I think she was supposed to do other things. I think this card got obviously changed around too, so that doesn't help as well. But that's what happens sometimes. And another problem too, 14 championships. Maybe there's too many championships.
14 championships?
I mean, I might be a little bit off on that, but I don't think I'm too far off when I think about it.
Like total in the WWE? Men and women?
I think it's about 14.
Okay.
I might be counting the speed championships as well.
Okay. I've got an Intercontinental Championship right here.
You got, your own little one too. Wow. Small ones. All the little, slap on the wrists titles. Nice.
Yeah, we got those. I don't know. I mean, I get that the build for this has been kind of weird and non-existent. I don't know what the initial plan was, because you say injuries, right? But we're just talking about Liv Morgan. And how many matches was she really going to be a part of? Like one? So what about the rest of the card? Liv was supposed to probably team with Raquel against maybe the Bella Twins? Maybe? Like, I don't know what the plan was. Maybe Liv and Brie, or Liv and Nikki, rather, because Liv attacked Nikki, but then Liv got hurt, and then we haven't seen Nikki Bella or Liv Morgan since.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Maybe a singles. Maybe they wanted Brie, but because Nikki, because of what happened with Liv, it's not going to work out. They just said, oh, well, scrap that. And I think Nikki, because they're supposed to do a battle royal, right?
Mm-hmm.
At Evolution. I think Nikki's just probably going to be in the battle royal at this point, it looks like.
Yeah. They did a little bit of a graphic for the battle royal, and I think I saw Nikki's face in there.
So that's pretty much what's going to happen now.
Okay. You know?
You're pissed. I could tell.
I mean, it's not a great spot for Nikki, but that battle royal is going to have to be something special, because they did announce a battle royal where the winner gets a title shot at Clash in Paris against, I guess, the champion of their choice. Clash in Paris, August 31st in Paris, France. not Texas. So, the Battle Royal is going to mean something. We know that Rhea Ripley's not in it. We know that Tiffany Stratton's not in it. We know that Io Sky's not in it. We know that Charlotte Flair's not in it. Like Jade Cargill and Naomi aren't in it. So they're going to have to fill that with some other people. And one of those women is going to get a title shot. So maybe this is a spot for Nikki Bella to win and then maybe get a title match off of this against Io or Rhea or Tiffany Stratton.
Well, that would imply Nikki's going to have more matches after Evolution. You really think that was the plan going forward, that she was going to continue to wrestle?
I have no idea.
I'm surprised if that's the case.
I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know who wins the Battle Royal. Because, like I said, most of the stars, like maybe Asuka is going to win the Battle Royal, and that's why Rhea is wrestling. Maybe they're doing Asuka Io at the Clash in Paris. They have plans for that instead.
Yeah, that's very plausible. I could see that.
Yeah.
I saw the promo that Stephanie Vaquer cut, about the Battle Royal. So I think she's potential candidate to win, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if she's doing promos about it. Right?
Well, I'm not saying she's going to win, but I think a top candidate to win, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's been quickly put together, but they had to kind of quickly put it together. They've put it together about as well as they put together that Saturday night's main event. I mean, they did the Gunther Goldberg thing that's got a bit of a build, but everything else is just like, let's throw this together. They've got a big weekend next weekend trying to counter All In for AEW, which is just, it's rude and unnecessary, I feel like. Did they have to counter program All In that bad? Like, did they really have to do this?
Competition. If it's going to be AEW's biggest show, WWE's got to do something.
Why?
Because they don't want AEW to succeed completely.
Yeah. They're they're really aggressive on that front right now. They're trying. What they're giving us is kind of, it's not as good as the AEW card on paper.
Yeah, you say aggressive. This isn't going to be like SummerSlam good. I think SummerSlam shaping up to be the biggest card for them, WWE this summer, easily. This is more of this is what we have in the meantime kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot they're throwing at us. We're not even talking about the NXT. It's a Great American Bash, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still more that they're shoving down our throats that we're not even talking about. So,
but All In is Saturday afternoon, right?
I think it starts at 2 p.m., I want to say.
Right. So
for us, anyways.
How is this counter programming for WWE if all their shows are happening after? Saturday night's main event is Saturday night after All In will be over, and then the Evolution show's on Sunday. The only thing they're countering with is that Great American Bash NXT thing, which I think most wrestling fans would choose the AEW thing unless you're a hardcore NXT fan. You hate all things AEW, So and then at that point, you're not going to watch anyways. If you're a wrestling fan and you have a choice Saturday afternoon of what to watch, would you watch Great American Bash NXT? It seems pointless. And by Sunday night, those poor women are going to have to really put on a show because we'll have seen everything. We'll have seen all the AEW stuff. We'll have seen Goldberg try to wrestle. We'll have seen it all. And then Sunday night, we'll be like, all right, well, let's see what else they have. They're not in a great spot. It's just weird. It's just weird that WWE decided to do all this on this weekend and go really hard against AEW, but in a way where they're not really counter-programming. They're just overloading the weekend with wrestling. I don't like it.
Well, and I think in the end, most wrestling fans, I think if they'd have the choice, they're probably going to choose AEW, I think, because it's kind of all over the place. Like you just said, NXT, it just feels like it's a decent show. But the biggest thing they hype is the fact that they're not going to have a contract signing for like the TNA Championship. If that's the biggest thing you're hyping, I really don't need to watch that PLE or whatever NXT calls their shows. I think
No,
that's a PLE for NXT. And Saturday
pointless.
Night's Main Event, the thing with Saturday Night's Main Event, though, is that All In, I expect that's going to be probably a 5-hour show. So there is a chance it might be on at the same time, actually. I wouldn't be surprised.
A bit of an overlap, but even if it is a 5-hour show, all in, that means it would end at 7, and Saturday Night's Main Event starts at 8. No.
Oh, if that's the case, then I guess you're right. Yeah. Well, again, we'll wait and see. We say 5 hours. Wait and see with All In because we got 2 Casino Gauntlets. You have no idea how long that will be. And I think as of right now, officially, there's 6 matches for All
8.
In. Yeah, I was going to say there should at least be 8.
There is
I'm
8
thinking at least.
officially.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think 10 to maybe 11 in the end. Again, might be pre-show, whatever, but still, there will be more announced, I think.
Okay, let me tell you what they have for All In. They have Timeless Tony defending against Mercedes Moné, AEW World Title. John Moxley defending against Hangman Page. Texas Death Match, which was made official this week, which is very cool. AEW World Title. Kazuchika Okada, Continental Champion, versus Kenny Omega in a winner-takes-all Intercontinental Championship match. Men's Casino Gauntlet for a future AEW Men's World Title match. Women's Casino Gauntlet for a future AEW Women's World Title match. Tag team match. Swerve and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks.
And they added a stipulation to that.
Yes. If Ospreay and Strickland lose, they can't challenge for the AEW World Titles for 1 year. And if the Young Bucks lose, they will be stripped of their EVP status permanently, I guess. I mean, I think the Young Bucks have to win, given the stipulation, because, like, Ospreay and Swerve can't challenge for the AEW World Titles for a year. Who cares? They're not really a tag team. What is that?
Yeah, but that's also not a big thing. If the Bucks lost, that'd be a big thing. That'd impact a lot. So,
Well, yeah.
I actually think, but that's why it's a bigger thing for the Bucks to lose. I think. I'm not saying that they're going to lose, but that's a huge thing to happen. That could dramatically change the way things go in AEW in terms of the storylines.
Yeah, that's why I don't think they will. Like, I think the Bucks will win because the stipulation, if Ospreay and Swerve loses, is like, oh, okay, no big deal. So they'll do that one. Because the other one is, like, too difficult to make work. Especially, like, they're giving him an out, too. It's like, well, for a year. So if in a couple years Ospreay has, like, a tag team partner and they want to challenge for the belts, they can do that. Like, what? Swerve and Ospreay can't challenge for the tag belts for a year? So? They're singles wrestlers. They shouldn't challenge for the tag belts. They're going to face Bobby Lashley and Shelton? Like, what? Who cares?
You're mistaken, actually. They said the world title.
Oh, the world title. I thought it was the tag titles.
No,
okay. Well,
title.
that sucks for them. Okay, well, that's a big deal then. Sorry. I
Swerve
misread
was
that.
kind of upset at first. Like, at first, Swerve didn't want to accept.
Yeah.
But then Ospreay kind of convinced him, like, we got to do this.
They can't challenge for the world title for a year? I hope they win then. Well, they have to win that. Okay, hold on. I'm changing my whole thing, John. I misunderstood. I'm very sorry. World titles. Yes, I missed Dynamite this week. I was on vacation. I didn't see Dynamite, so I don't know all the details. All right. I take it back. I'm sorry, AEW.
Well, that's match number 6, no?
I just saw a comment on the screen I didn't like that I don't want to even. I see you, Anthony. I'm not even going to dignify that. Yuck.
So how many matches do we have left here? Or?
I don't know. I'm thrown off now. The Yankees have just ruined my Life. Fucking bastards.
Stay focused. This is the Dave Yankees show right now.
Much. I hate them. Fucking Volpe. Punch him in his stupid face. Could beat some of these guys up for real. I fucking should. Fucking goddamn.
Hold on a minute, player.
Oh. This is all I could say about the Yankees.
I'm not impressed by your performance.
Not impressed by your performance. It's been bad. Get it together. They lost again today. They just keep losing. They don't stop losing. Okay, All In. Adam Cole, the baby, defending his TNT title against Kyle Fletcher. That's a match I don't need to see at all, ever. And the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby and Shelton, defending the AEW Tag Team titles against Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yep, I think that's going to happen. I also think Trios Championships, I don't know exactly how it's going to work out. I think they want Pac to come back, but I don't know if he can be ready for All In, but it looks like that's the match they want, I think. Ops against Death Riders, I think.
Yeah.
For All In.
Don't need to see that. The card is good the way it is. They don't need to add anything. They probably will, but, for my liking, I think it's enough. There's only 3 matches I really want to see on this, so I think we're good.
Yeah, but they're going, like, pre-show alone, there's probably going to be like 3 or 4 matches on that.
Yeah.
So I could see them adding more.
Yeah.
If not on the actual show, definitely pre-show.
Yeah, well, don't be surprised if I don't watch the pre-show because of all the wrestling I'm going to watch next weekend. Like, it's enough. It's enough, John. Enough of it is enough, and it's time for a change. That's what I say. So,
I got
the
a
card is
question
pretty
for you,
good.
though.
What?
I got a huge question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there any post shows like next week? There's a lot of shows. Is there any post shows for these shows?
I think All In.
Okay, even that's a lot because if we do the post show for All In, more than likely Saturday Night's Main Event will be on at the same time.
So, but I think it'll
as long
end
as you're
at
okay with that.
I think it'll be like a 4.5 hour show. It'll be over like 6:30 type of thing, and then we go on for like an hour, and then Saturday Night's Main Event starts, and then we're done.
Wishful. Hopefully that happens.
I've done this a long time, John. I know how to time these things. It'll be fine.
Evolution, is that going to get one?
Don't think so. It's at night on a Sunday, no?
Is it Sunday night? I was hoping it was actually a Sunday afternoon, but
I think it's
Sunday
a
night?
Sunday night. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's on at nighttime.
I did double check. It is on Netflix. I didn't check the time, but I know it is going to be on Netflix for us in Canada, anyways. So to watch Evolution, you have to watch that
7
on
Eastern.
Netflix. Saturday. Okay. Yeah, it's
Well,
kind of late-ish. Well,
it might be like a 2.5 hour show.
I hope.
And if it is, maybe we do a post show. Like, it's a maybe, I would say. I don't know. We'll find out next weekend. Let's think about it. Let's think on it. We'll see. But I would say probably not, John. Probably not. What are we...
you're going to see...
We didn't even
see
do
a
a
lot
thing
all
for
in.
King of the Ring last week because we were vacation. But that show sucked,
And
by the way, last weekend. That was not good.
Well, and you had the UFC as well, so like there was a lot going on. You
Yeah.
almost had like another doubleheader that happened almost.
UFC was cool. Topuria was good. But he's fighting kind of like the Legend series. He's got to fight some guys his age so we can really see what's up, He's fighting guys that are little, been around for a long time. I want to see Topuria and Sarukian. Seems like they're going to have him fight Patty the Batty, though, which it's not a bad fight because Patty's big and, like, real big, especially for 150. Like, he's big for 155, and that was one thing about Topuria. He was a little small. So I think, that's a decent fight. And Patty's, like, his age, roughly, I think, so I'm not against that. I'm not against Patty and Topuria, but I'd rather see Topuria fight like Sarukian or somebody like Islam Makhachev, something like that. It was a cool fight last weekend, but man, that WWE show was not good, John. It was not good. 5.5 on 10. It was pretty mid. The finish to Orton and Cody was so lame, with like Cody cheating, like he pushed Randy into the exposed buckle, but why is Randy, who's Cody's friend, at a certain point going to get a steel chair to hit Cody with in a match that the ref will see him hit the chair and it'll be a disqualification? Like, why would you do that? And, of course, he did it so he could trick the referee so he could go expose the buckle. But even then, the psychology of that makes no sense because Randy's, like, friendly with Cody, but he's willing to do evil things and be, like, a heel and cheat to win in this big match for some reason. And then Cody, of course, because he couldn't cheat when he wrestled John Cena, he couldn't hit him with the chair. Or what was it, a chair or a belt? I forget.
I think it was the belt, I want to say.
The belt, right? He didn't hit him with I think it was the belt. I don't know, whatever. He didn't hit him with the weapon, and then Cena kicked him in the balls, and it cost him, and then Cody lost the belt and everything at WrestleMania because he just couldn't cheat because he's such a good guy. But here at King of the Ring, he pushed Randy into the exposed buckle, and then he hit the crossroads, and he was conflicted about it. You know, you could tell he was really acting, and he was conflicted about cheating to beat Randy, but he had to do it because to beat Cena, he's got to learn to cheat and be a bad guy. And it's just so lame and overdone and just corny, you know? So I hated that. I really thought that was just... This whole story with, like, Cody has to learn to cheat to beat Cena is so whack. And what else was on that card? Punk and Cena was just a total mess. Total mess with everybody showing up. Seth and all his goons, just everybody. And then Cena and Punk teaming up to, like, take out the guys. And then Punk dropping his guard entirely and, like, hugging Cena. Like, what the hell was all that? Made Punk look stupid as hell. Punk looked like a total idiot in that match. It was all kinds of bad. Ugh. That was a very bad show last week, John. I disliked it.
I can't say it was great either. Like, I did enjoy some parts, but overall, I wouldn't disagree. Not the greatest show. I thought Rhea versus against Raquel.
Match of the night, for sure.
I mean,
I told you, too. I said it was going to be good.
I was surprised. I didn't think it'd be as good as it was, actually. I knew it. To be fair, the bar was not very high in being match of the night when you say that, by the way.
No, but they went out there and they killed it, and I knew that they would. I talked about the match before, like on the preview. I was like, I think this is going to be really good. And you were skeptical. But Rhea and Raquel are very good, and they know each other well. That was a very good match. Sammy and Karrion Kross was not good. Cody and Randy was not good. Solo beating Jacob Fatu, which I called as well, John, by the way. That was the only one we differed on, right, in our predictions last week? Yeah.
Well, and when you look at SmackDown, it's like
I called it to a T, by the way. I called the what's his name? Big Man. Who are they calling Taller Tonga? Like, what are they calling him now?
I think Tala Tonga.
Tala Tonga? It sounds like Taller Tonga. So there's Tommy Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Taller Tonga, who's the tall one. He's Tall Tonga. Taller Tonga. He was Hikuleo. But I even said that, John. I was like, yo, Hikuleo's going to debut. He's been seen in Saudi. He's going to help Solo win the U.S. title. I called the whole thing.
Well, except there was another run-in. There was another run-in, though, by the way.
So much.
We had to... Because didn't Tama Tonga come back as well in that match?
No, Tonga Loa came back. Tonga hasn't come back.
Sorry, yes. Tonga Loa came back.
Yeah.
And to me, that kind of showed that I don't think they have a lot of confidence in Tala Tonga yet. Because, like, if you need a second run... there was actually 3 run-ins in that match.
Yeah.
In order to beat Jacob. To me, that shows you that they're not big on Tala yet, I think. You need 3 run-ins to beat somebody?
Brother, have you ever seen Hikuleo work?
Well, I remember him in AEW, and yeah, he wasn't exactly the best, so...
He is not good.
So that's why I was very skeptical they were going to do this, and they kind of made it up to Jacob, because, like, wow, like, in less than a week, like he got almost all back except the title on SmackDown.
Yeah, he beat them up. Yeah.
All of them. And then pinned Solo to end the show.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah. I think the most remarkable part about SmackDown tonight was that it was so short. It was like an hour 20. And like I tuned in at 8 o'clock because I thought that's when it would start on TV in the States, so it would be only available on Netflix, but it was like already there. Like the whole show. I don't know when they put it out, but like I feel like I could have watched SmackDown this afternoon. I don't know.
Well, I was keeping my eye on it because I know that they taped it after Raw, because Raw was on at 6 p.m. this week, right?
Yeah.
For us at Eastern Standard Time. So they taped SmackDown after Raw, and it was only available to us on Netflix starting at 8 p.m., but the whole show starting at 8 p.m. was available. So you could go from right to the end right at 8 p.m.
Yeah. That's it. Like at 8 o'clock, I went to tune in, and it was like, it wasn't like it's on live now. It was like, here's the whole show.
Yeah.
Was it like that in the States too, or it was on TV?
It was on TV. It was a little bit different, yeah. Which is
Man,
great.
An hour 20 on Netflix, and it's a 2-hour TV show in the States. Like, that's 40 minutes of commercials and nothing that they do. It's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't mind that they did cut out like that stuff that you see during the commercials for us. Like we didn't get to see it this time around.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind because I don't think I really missed much. I did think the Andrade and Phoenix match against Fraxium, I thought that was pretty good, but I don't think I really missed much in the commercial breaks.
No. SmackDown and Raw were pretty whatever this week. I liked Rusev and Sheamus. That was kind of fun on Raw, but
I thought that was all right. I think they've had better matches, but
yeah.
I mean, it happens. You know, you get older, you're not as good as you used to be. But I will say, I thought the match of this week on Raw, maybe in WWE this week, was New Day against Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a fantastic match. Great match.
Judgment Day winning the tag team titles back, which was kind of disappointing. Like, is that it for the New Day? Like, what's with the run? That's it?
Like, I know you love the New Day, but you can't deny that was beyond disappointing. Like, they really didn't do much of anything with those tag team titles once they won. They build them up.
Well, who are they supposed to wrestle, man?
Well, not another heel team to lose to. That's the worst.
Well, who are the babyface tag teams on Raw? It's not their fault.
Well, they needed to build up more babyface tag teams. They do have Alpha Academy, don't they?
They're heels.
No, that's American Made.
Oh, right. Alpha Academy, really? Tozawa and Otis? That's what we're working with.
Otis, like you could have made something with Otis, but they never pulled the trigger on that.
Right,
but
that's not something. New Day's fault.
It's WWE with the bad booking too. It's no doubt about that. The Raw tag team division is a mess. It's not good, and that's rough for the New Day. But that's not a great way to end them. You build them all the way just to lose the Judgment Day, a heel tag team as well.
Yeah,
not good, man. Not
yeah,
good.
well, that's what they do with the New Day. You know, it happened with Kofi's world title run. It happened with Big E's world title run. They give you the belts, and then they do nothing with you, and then they take the belts off of you, and everybody goes, "Oh, you had a bad run," and then and it's like, well, it's not their fault. It's how they were booked. No attention.
Then what is Cody after that? Like he needs this title back. Actually, I think.
I don't know. Is that really where we're going? Cody just wins the title back, and then, like, what does Cena do after that? Because he's not done. He's still got dates. And then, where does Roman Reigns fit into all this? Because I assume he'll be back. I feel like Cody doesn't quite get it done. Roman shows up, and he goes after Cena. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. Like, I feel like that would be the move. Cody can't beat Cena. Roman can beat Cena. Roman does. Roman's got the belt again, and then Cody is chasing Roman in a different way. Maybe as the heel with Roman as the babyface this time.
I like it. I just don't think Roman's going to be around, sadly. Like, apparently he's going to be back for SummerSlam, and he's going to do a match SummerSlam, but I think that's going to be involved with Seth in some capacity. So I don't think he's going to get involved in this title scene. I think he's going to be gone before that could happen. He's got a movie to film soon.
Well, so does Cody. Cody's in that Street Fighter movie too, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
So
that'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Yeah, let me get this straight, okay? Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns have been cast in a Street Fighter movie. Right?
Right.
And wrestling fans are going, this is great. This is just fucking idiots. Do you realize what the fucking wrestling show is going to look like without Cody or Roman for months and months? It's not very good. And you think Cena's still going to be around at that point? No, because he's almost done. So say Cody and Roman have to shoot a movie for 3 months and leave the WWE. Vince would have never allowed this. This is why Vince said no. This is why wrestlers always complain about, well, they offered me this movie, but the WWE said no, and they told the WWE, like, hey, can we do this? And they said no, and I never even heard about it. You know why you never heard about it? Because you have a job. It's pro wrestler, and they don't want you leaving because they need you for their company to work. However, that's not how the WWE works anymore, because now the ultimate goal of a WWE superstar is not to be WWE champion. It's not to main event WrestleMania. It's to graduate to movie star status. It's to be like Batista and Cena and Dwayne. And all of this path has been cleared for them. They see it, and now they're owned by the biggest talent agency in Hollywood. The whole WME agency oversees TKO. Like, Ari Emanuel is their boss, so if he wants them in a movie instead of a ring, that's where they will be. This is what happens when you let Hollywood take over a wrestling company. Hollywood takes precedence over the wrestling. So you could book Cena and Cody and Roman and Dwayne and whoever in the same movie, and then none of them will be in wrestling for months and months, and we'll have to sit there watching, I mean, I don't know, The Miz, I guess? Because nobody's booking him in any movies despite his best efforts. You know, it's just the new attitude in WWE is make it to movie star status. Wrestling doesn't matter. Like Liv Morgan, champion, and on the TV show is like, oh, you got a movie. Go do the movie. That's more important than being a champion. Like, who cares? Go do that. That, of course, that's more important than wrestling. What we do here is just nothing compared to these superhero movies that suck. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's backwards, and I think long term it's going to hurt the WWE. I hope Vince buys it back. It would be the most hilarious thing ever.
It was funny this week on both, I think, Raw, SmackDown, and on Dynamite. They're promoting the new Superman movie. I don't know if you caught that or not. So, like, I know you're not big in the superhero movies, but in wrestling, it's a big thing that they push a lot.
Yeah, a lot of nerds watch wrestling.
Well, there you go. And there's a lot of cross-promotion, as you see. And as you just kind of mentioned, that a lot of superstars are trying to get into those kind of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Cena's one of them, obviously. Cena's already doing one, right? Or a show of it.
Help me out. He is?
Peacemaker.
Right. That's the thing. I've heard of that. I've not watched it. It's like, oh, John Cena's in a thing? TV show? What is it? He's a superhero? I'm not interested. I have no interest in any of that superhero stuff. I know people love it and it's all they watch, but I never watch any of those things. I don't like them. And I don't like that the wrestlers are like, that's the ultimate goal now in a WWE. So, yeah, I guess Roman will come back for SummerSlam, but won't be around long term or something. I don't know. Who is around long term? Like, what about having stars on your show? No? Don't you want your big wrestling stars wrestling on your show? Is that not an important thing for the WWE? Who's supposed to sell these tickets?
I mean, they do have a lot of stars when you think about it. They still got CM Punk around, so that helps. I put the title on him.
Yeah. He's not much of an actor. I guess he's not getting to that position, right? They're not looking for him. What's that about? It's weird. Like, he's the best promo guy, but acting-wise, I don't know.
Well, he's had roles, though. Like, he's had little spots here and there.
Yeah, but he's not getting cast in a big movie like Roman and Cody. He's not having the Cena Rock career path, you know?
Doesn't have the right networking. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly a sellout and willing to sell out all his morals and beliefs for money. So that's not the issue.
Well, if anything, though, didn't he still go to a rally like this past week or something after he came back from Saudi Arabia? Like, it's okay for them to like kill like people that are like homosexuals, but you know, he'll go to protest afterwards when he comes back. So that he's kind of like, maybe he's still a hypocrite, but still like he has some sort of belief.
Something. He's got something. Anyways, Gunther's going to wrestle Goldberg, and CM Punk got in Gunther's face on Raw, pushed him over. I'd like to see CM Punk and Gunther at SummerSlam.
That'd be amazing to see. I don't think we're going in that direction, though. I don't know about you. I think we might actually get like a Punk, Rollins, Reigns 2, I think.
Really?
Because I feel like, unless we do maybe a tag match, possibly, I could see that as well. That maybe makes a bit more sense and maybe changes up a little bit. But I see us going down that same road, I think, where it's just going to be Seth, Roman, and Punk. If not a triple threat again, some sort of tag.
What you're saying, though, would involve Roman coming back in the next 3 weeks, because SummerSlam is 4 weeks away here. They've got 4 weeks of TV before SummerSlam, so he would have to come back, I would say, in the next couple of weeks. Like, he doesn't have to be back next week, but by July 18th, he better be back if he's going to wrestle on August 3rd. Right?
I agree. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. 100%.
San Antonio, Texas, July 18th. You think he'll be there?
Hopefully he's there next Monday. That'd be even better.
Monday in Providence, Rhode Island? I don't think the tribal chief is making his return there.
I don't think he'll be there, but you know, the sooner the better, I think, for Roman to show up, because it's better when he's around.
Cena's not going to be around until, I think, July 18th in San Antonio. If not, July 25th in Cleveland, like, he's off for a while now.
I mean, are we really missing that much? Now that SmackDown's down to 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's okay if we don't get a 30-minute Cena promo. It's more than fine.
Yeah. So you think that Punk and Roman and Seth are going to... I don't see that. I don't see Roman being involved in the Punk and Seth thing. I don't know where you're getting that from, but I feel like Roman is going to be involved in whatever Cena and Cody are doing. That's the SmackDown thing. You know, Punk and Seth and all that, that's on Raw. And Punk pushing Gunther, to me... You know, like, Gunther comes out, he cuts a promo, he's like, okay, I'm going to beat Goldberg here, and then who's next for me after that? Who's next? And then, you know, Seth comes out, and he's like, oh, I've got Money in the Bank, and then Punk comes out and attacks Seth for costing him the match with Cena, whatever. And you go, okay, well, Gunther, Punk, Seth, something's going on there, and then LA Knight attacks Seth, And then LA Knight has a bit of a confrontation with Punk afterwards. Like, I could see a 4-way between those guys. Punk, Gunther, Seth, LA Knight, world title. I don't know. I don't see Roman involved in all of that because he's just not there. I mean, he could get involved quickly, I guess, but LA Knight, Seth Rollins is official for Saturday night's main event. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre also official for Saturday night's main event. And then Gunther and Goldberg. They probably throw one more match on there. I don't know who it's going to be, but I don't know. I could see Punk and Gunther at SummerSlam with Seth cashing in after Punk wins the title and taking the belt right off Punk.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I feel like Punk and Seth, they should have another match, though, no? I mean, I feel like that's been going on so long. That needs to come down to a big match now.
Well, a match for the belt, I think. If Seth cashes in and beats Punk for the belt, I think Seth and Punk can wrestle for the belt after that.
But this goes back to what happened at Night of Champions. Seth cost Punk the match.
Mm-hmm.
So now there needs to be repercussions for that. So now we need a match for that because, like, he can't win the championship, any championship, unless he deals with Seth first.
Okay, why?
Because he was in the way. He's got to be taken care of first.
All right. Well, LA Knight's going to wrestle him first, and then I guess we'll see. I don't know.
You're not liking it, I know, but you want Roman in that title picture, but I just don't see Roman just walk like that match is set in stone. They have the graphic already for it. Cena, Cody, 1-on-1. It's done.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Roman's in that match. I don't think Roman wrestles at SummerSlam.
Oh, okay.
I think
that's possible too.
Cody loses and Roman faces off with Cena. And then we're off and running with Roman Cena. For whatever's next after that. You know, I don't know. What's the next show after SummerSlam? Clash in Paris.
Clash in Paris.
Roman's not on the poster, but he could be. Or Crown Jewel Australia in October. Like, those are big events where you could have a big match and you could also have a big title change. Because Cena, you know, by October, November, Survivor Series War Games, San Diego. You know who's on the poster of that? Roman Reigns, front and center.
Not Cena. I imagine Cena's on the poster, no?
Well, he's on the poster, but Roman is like
the centerpiece.
In the middle. Do I have this for you? Yeah, there you go. There he is.
Yeah, that really could be anything. I don't think they're 100% sure yet, judging by that.
Yeah, but if you compare it to the other posters, John, like Roman's not really on the other ones. He's on this one, though.
Okay.
Let me see.
Are we really going to wait that long for Roman to come back? Like, that's a long wait.
No, but I'm saying he'll probably be back by then doing something. Like Clash in Paris poster. No Roman. Cody, though. Big Cody. Cena. Gunther. Punk. Like, these are all people that will be on this show. Except,
yeah, you
who's
expect
that?
them.
Who's that in the bottom? Who's this? Who is that?
Is that Charlotte?
I don't know. I guess. It's hard to tell, though, isn't it?
It's kind of hard to tell.
Like, I can tell who everybody is in this poster except for this one down here. Like, Cody, Gunther, Tiffy, Cena, Fatu, Punk, Seth, Bianca, Jay, Ray, Panta, Rhea, and Carmella?
Yeah, I feel Carmella, I don't think she's with the company anymore. So
no, but like, who is that? You know what I mean? It's like, it's hard to tell. I guess it's Charlotte Flair, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I also didn't like that, by the way. They said in the promo, Alexa said in the promo that Charlotte's not been the spotlight anymore. Didn't Charlotte just have a title match at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
She didn't win, but not been in the spotlight in a while. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, she's always in the spotlight. She's the queen. Her and Alexa Bliss won a tag match. They will be in a fatal 4-way tag match for the women's tag titles at Evolution. Raquel and Roxanne defending against Bliss and Charlotte, and then a team from Raw, and then a team from NXT. From Raw? Kabuki Warriors? Kyrie and Asuka?
To me, they were hyping up Natty, weren't they?
I guess. Yeah, Natty should be on this thing, I guess.
Unless she's going to be in the Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm. I liked when Naomi attacked Jade Cargill backstage, and then she told her, "You didn't proceed with caution."
I get that gimmick, but I think it was just kind of stupid, though. You had Tiffany, you had Trish, and you had Jade in the ring together. And then immediately right afterwards, you have that promo again. It's you were just out there. Why the hell did you just do it? It didn't make any sense.
I think
Naomi to do that, though.
I think it was because Jade didn't really get the point across of hey, I have a shot at SummerSlam and I may face you, Trish, because you have a title match. She was kind of more oh, Tiffany, I'm going to wrestle you. And then Trish came out, but the point wasn't really made. I think that's why they had to do more backstage, but it was really weird. And then Naomi attacked Jade. And then they set up the No Holds Barred match, so maybe that's what it is. No Holds Barred, Jade versus Naomi at Evolution. Tiffy and Trish, one-on-one for the women's title. A battle royal for a women's world title match at Clash in Paris will happen. Fatal 4-way for the tag titles. Io versus Rhea for the world title. And JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT women's title for some reason.
Have they not made the Intercontinental title match official yet, I guess? I mean, it seems kind of obvious it's going to happen, though.
Yeah, Bayley, Becky, and what's her name?
Lyra.
It
seems kind of obvious it's going to happen, though.
Yeah, Bayley, Becky, and what's her name?
Lyra.
Yeah, Bayley and Lyra had a match where they both pinned each other on Raw this week. So, triple threat time. How about it, John? We've done it. I think we've done it. I think, like SmackDown, we should do a short show, too. If WWE's going to do a short show, we should do one, too. Any questions? Do we have any questions from the people? I think we've covered all the shows coming up. We've covered it all, John.
I don't think you want to ask questions. I'll
answer questions now. It's question months. He's worth answering. Our man Angelo, he's a great guy. Angelo Contagonis, member of the team over at join.ringsidereport.net, has been a member now for 53 months, which is several years. Thank you, Angelo. He says, did you guys hear Trump? Yeah, clap it up for Angelo. Did you guys hear Trump wants to hold a UFC event next year on the White House grounds? I did hear that, of course. And apparently the UFC is yeah. I mean, Dana's yeah, we're going to do it. But then other UFC people are well, maybe, but we'll see. We don't have anything planned. There's no card. There's no date. There's, it's just Trump said to Dana, let's do it. And Dana was cool, let's do it. There's nothing beyond that. Trump's saying that they're going to have 20,000 people on the White House lawn to watch the fights somehow. I mean, I don't know how big the White House lawn is. I don't know the logistics of all of that, but it seems dangerous to let 20,000 fight fans so close to the White House, security-wise for the president. I wouldn't want to do it if I were him, but he's clearly not scared of much. He's been shot at and keeps surviving, so I guess he's not too worried. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would look cool visually. I think that's it. It would look cool visually just to have an outdoor UFC show. I think would look cool. You know, in some sort of open air tent or whatever the hell they would do. Mini arena. I don't know what they would do. I think it would look cool. I think it's a cool concept. I don't hate it. Like, I'm just looking at it from a fight perspective, just taking all the political out of it, which is hard to do, obviously. But just to have a president of America wanting to do a UFC fight next to the White House, like on White House grounds, I think it's kind of nice, you know? Clearly likes the UFC quite a bit and likes to use it to promote his brand of whatever, which is, you know, gets to another point. So, I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't love it. But I don't really think it's going to happen. So, I just don't really believe it. Just like a lot of the things that Trump says, I just go, really, man? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. That's how I feel.
You saw what Conor McGregor tweeted, though, right? Or posted?
Yeah, anytime there's a big event talked about, Conor goes, oh, I'll be on it, and then he never shows up because he's on cocaine or whatever. I don't know. I don't buy anything he says. He's another liar. Conor's like, oh, I'll fight. Yeah, sure you will, buddy. Sure you will. Conor McGregor. Fuck out of here with that shit. I'm sick of him. I don't believe anything that little Irish guy says, man. Come on. That guy.
Well, I have another question for you.
Oof.
How was the Toronto trip for you?
What? It was cool. I saw sharks.
Was that the first time your son went to Toronto, too, by the way?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, we had a nice Toronto trip. We saw the Sky Dome. We went to see a baseball game. We went to the aquarium. We saw sharks and all sorts of cool fish. It was an amazing aquarium. It was so good. We had good food. We had I tried Wingstop for the first time, John. Wings were pretty good. I had lemon pepper wings. They were delicious. Overall, a good trip to Toronto. Took a little trip to see the Yankees. Unfortunately, they lost. But that's what they do this time of year. They lose. So that was disappointing. But it was pretty awesome to see the New York Yankees in person. You know? Seeing all my favorite players that I watch every day on the TV. Now I get to see them live in person. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see the Yankees, you know? Saw Max Fried pitch for a few innings till things happened. Saw Aaron Judge hit a nice double. Saw Jazz Chisholm. Saw Giancarlo Stanton. Saw the Yankees, you know? It's cool to see the Yankees. Haven't seen the Yankees in several years. And, you know, like I watched all their games, so it was cool to see them. It's nice to watch baseball. I miss Major League Baseball. We used to have a baseball team here called the Expos. They were a Major League Baseball team. They played in the National League East. And they were pretty awesome. I liked them a lot. And I went to a lot of games, like a lot of games. Several games a season, every season, you know, until they moved away when I was about 18. And I miss going to baseball games, Major League Baseball games, you know. I've only been to, say, 2 or 3 since the Expos have left. So, you know, like real Major League games. I think I went to one, I think maybe three or 4. Yankee Stadium, the White Sox Stadium, saw Blue
Olympic
Jays game.
Stadium.
Doesn't count those preseason.
Okay.
I've been to like maybe 4 regular season games since the Expos left 21 years ago. So, you know, it's nice when I get to watch Major League Baseball because I love baseball. So that was nice just to see a baseball game, just to enjoy baseball. was quite good. There's an Expos song. I love that. You know, there's a Vermont minor league team that's having an Expos night tomorrow. And I'm tempted to just go because I just got the itch now to see baseball. Expos night in Vermont? That sounds nice. What's that going to be? I could go and wear an Expos jersey? I don't know what that means, but if a baseball park is having an Expos night, it's tempting, you know?
Well, Vermont used to have the Vermont Expos, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they did.
So
now they're called the Lake Monsters, I think. But I would go see
not a
them.
great name.
I would
Not
go
a great
see
name.
them. No.
The game was delayed, by the way. The game that you went to, like, I guess there was a huge Canada Day celebration that kind of delayed the start of the game. What happened?
I don't know. I thought the game was supposed to start at 3:05, and then they had all this Canada Day stuff. They had airplanes flying over, 2 fighter jets, and a giant Canadian flag that they unfurled with soldiers and stuff. You know, there's very military presence there. And they had a whole thing for Canada Day because it was Canada Day when I went. It delayed the game by 30 minutes. I didn't know it was going to be that, but it was fun. It was cool. I got a replica Vlad Guerrero red Blue Jays jersey.
That's pretty cool. I know you don't think it's cool. I think it's cool.
To get the jersey? Yeah, sure. I think it's cool. I don't mind getting a free jersey at a baseball game. That's always fun. It's always a good ballpark giveaway. The lineup to get into the stadium was huge. And I think it depended what gate you were at, because I think some gates ran out of the jersey. Because when I came into the stadium, a few of the people were like, "Oh, where'd you get the jersey?" And I said, "I just got it." They're like, "Oh, you've been here a long time?" It's like, "No, I just walked in 5 minutes ago." And they're like, "Oh, they didn't have any more when I came in." So a lot of Blue Jays fans didn't get the jersey, but I did. Take that, Blue Jays fans. That's one thing I can take away from you. You took away my victory. I'll take away one of your jerseys. 2 of your jerseys. My son got one too, so we got 2 of them.
Well, it's cool. They're the red ones too, right? The red Blue Jay. So that's even better. That's the Canada Day special kind of jersey. It's not just a normal Blue Jays thing. It's
got a little maple leaf on the sleeve too. It's cool.
Pretty good.
Guerrero Jr. 27 on the back. I don't hate that. You know, I got a love-hate thing with Vlad Jr. You know, sometimes
I got no issues.
I don't love him. It's hard to hate him entirely because his dad. I loved his dad. His dad was the best. And him, he's a Blue Jay, so I don't love that. And he said some bad things about the Yankees, which I don't really like either. So I don't really like Vlad Jr. that much. But, his dad gives him a pass. Because his dad was the man. Vlad Sr., Vlad Guerrero, legendary Expo. So good.
Well, hopefully your son now becomes a fan now that he has his jersey.
Of Vlad Jr.? No, definitely not. I said, "Oh, you could wear a Blue Jays jersey now." He's like, "No." He's a Yankee fan. He's a real Yankee fan. He's he's good. He had no choice, but he's not going against it. He's down with the program, which is nice. We can watch the Yankees together for years and years, and I think next time I go to a game with the Yankees, I might want to see them in the Bronx so that if they lose, I'm not the only sad guy in the stadium. That would be nice. Just to
you
be
the only fans.
No, there were other Yankees fans that were disappointed. I talked to a couple people as I was walking out, but you're surrounded by
right?
Blue Jays are hitting grand slams and you're surrounded by their fans and everybody around you is standing up in celebration and you're sitting in your seat in your Yankees gear oh. It just keeps getting worse, It was, that was, a bit devastating.
Well, to me, that's the most exciting thing to ever see is a grand slam. But when it's against your team, and you're the away team,
and it kills your game, and it just kills you, puts you completely out of it. You go, Also, when you don't see a lot of games, and this is like the one game you're going to see all year in person, you don't want to get crushed. You'd love the Grand Slam to be for you and not against you. It's rough. It's tough. It's tough to handle.
But I was telling you off air. I mean, that was a very close game. Could have gone either way.
For a while there.
Yeah. I mean, the
wasn't.
Yankees started with the lead.
I know. It was really exciting. We had a 2-0 lead with Max Fried on the mound. I was feeling very confident.
They lost the lead, tied it up again, and then that Grand Slam happened. So,
yep. And they left Toronto no longer in first place. They left Toronto losing 4 games in a row. And now they are back in New York, but they're in Queens, and they lost to the Mets today, 6-5. So they've lost 5 in a row. And the Mets have been struggling quite a bit. But, of course, what better to end your struggles than a series against the Yankees? You could beat up on them. And that's what the Mets are going to do.
Well, I think we both got to give our flowers to the Blue Jays.
No.
They're much better than what we either thought.
I think they're playing above their heads right now. I don't think they're much better than what we thought. I think they're slightly better than what we gave them credit for. But the Yankees really beat themselves. Like, the Yankees played badly, and the Blue Jays capitalized. I don't think they're a team that's built for a long run in the playoffs. I think they're a team that's hot right now. I don't know if they end the season in first place. I mean, I'd be surprised. It's possible. But I don't think they're that good. I think they're playing better than they are, and that happens. It's a long season. I think the Yankees are playing way worse than they are. But there's also some serious questions with the team and some management decisions that, there's some problems. But the Jays, they're decent. I think the AL East was so bad for so long. Like, everybody was below 500. Like, the teams, they had to bounce back. Like, some teams had to bounce back. The whole division couldn't just be garbage, except for the Yankees, and that's how it was for the first couple months. So the Jays had to kind of, some teams were going to show up and challenge, and they were going to right their ship. Last year, Baltimore was good. Now they're terrible. The Jays were bad last year. Now they're a little better. The Rays weren't so good last year. Now they're better. Like, the Rays are right there too. The Jays are in first, but the Rays are in second. And it's a very close race for first in the East still. Like, I'm not blown away by how good the Blue Jays are. I think they're all right, but the Yankees just played very badly. The Yankees are bad right now.
That has to be a devastating stat, though. Like, the fact that this is the first time the Jays have swept the Yankees 4 straight ever.
In Toronto.
Like, that's
in Toronto. I think they did it in New York before.
Okay, but still, like, to do it in Toronto, that's huge. Like, they've done a lot at first, and the fact that they just did another first.
Look, like Aaron Boone says, it's baseball. It's baseball. Things happen. It's baseball, John. Don't you know it's baseball?
I don't know.
Guy killing me right now. It's baseball, John. These things happen. Ups and downs. Long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's baseball. They're still the best team in the American League. That's what they're telling them. You guys are still the best. Just got to play like it. Okay. For more great pro wrestling coverage, check out our website, ringsidereport.net. We've got all sorts of great articles, great information for you, wrestling terms, inside terms. If you ever wanted to know, what does this mean? What does that mean? What is kayfabe? What's a mark? What's a swerve? What is that? What does working yourself into a shoot mean? Go check out our website, ringsidereport.net. So much great information and content over on the website, ringsidereport.net. Johnny North, when is your next match? When can people see you take your shirt off in your little undies? People want to see you nearly nude wrestling other men. When can people see this, John?
Well, it's going to be July 26th in Rawdon. I know that gets you excited, but I don't think you'll be in Rawdon. Rawdon's kind of far
Well,
for
I
you.
just, I just realized that, everybody sees you with a shirt on, and when you come out, you're in your little Speedos, and it's like, oh, if there's got to be somebody out there who's like, ooh, Johnny North, If you want to see Johnny in a Speedo, where can you go?
So Rawdon's will be the next location, July 26th in Rawdon, for Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling. Well, more details as the weeks come, July 26th. And I'll be back again in Sudbury October 3rd. That's going to be a big show. I don't know what's going to happen with that yet. I mean, I lost the Northern Heritage Championship, so it's rough. I don't think I'll get a rematch for it. Oh, there you go. A nice little graphic of me. My days as champion. I won it last year in October. Great times in Toronto.
October.
Let's see what happens October 3rd.
October 3rd. I guess you're not coming to my birthday party, John.
It's all right. You'll survive. You'll still have AJ around to bug you, so don't worry.
Well, it's a big one this year,
Yeah, but I think you already had something planned, if I'm not mistaken.
I have
Like,
nothing
I think you told me
planned.
about.
I have nothing planned. Nobody plans anything for me, man. I
I
gotta
think
plan
you had an
something
idea of
myself.
something.
I gotta do it myself, and I don't even know. I think I'm gonna wind up doing nothing. Just going to a movie by myself. Going to jujitsu,
Movie?
going to a movie, and just everybody leave me alone. No party, no nothing. Just gonna sulk.
Is there going to be a show? Because
No.
it is a Friday.
No,
Oh, no show.
nothing.
Okay. Well, because I won't miss it, you guys, for anything then.
There'll be
All right.
nothing. Mad.
It's all right.
Pouting.
Speaking of AJ, like we were talking, like we were thinking maybe that you were in hiding or something. That's why you didn't do a show yesterday. Because after the Diddy verdict, I don't know if you wanted to talk about that or not.
I said that he was not going to go to jail. I've been saying this forever. He's going to be fine. He's not. I mean, I don't think he's doing any time.
Well, again, he wasn't completely innocent of everything, but
Whatever. He's getting off, man. I'm telling you.
he is getting off. Yes.
I predicted this. Nothing's sticking, man. The D, the I, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the I, the D, that's Diddy. Bad boy. That guy's... They're going to have to try him again. There's going to have to be more charges. Something else is going to have to go down. Come on.
I don't know. Like, you threw a lot at him and he still walked. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
he's
he's
getting him.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting him. Something just got got. I don't know what the hell that was. Yes, Angelo, the Jays won again today. I know. They beat the Angels, in that game? Shit, these fucking Jays. I don't like them. I don't like them. And why does their manager look like every dude in Ontario? Like, every dude in Ontario looks like John Schneider, Blue Jays manager. It's like a certain look. They either look like Doug Ford or John Schneider. I swear, like 6 guys out of 10 at that game look like John Schneider. I was like, what is going on here? Big.
I guess
red
you didn't like
guys.
the people in Toronto so much.
No,
it
I like the
sounds
people in Toronto. I saw Antoinette. That was nice. I like the people in Toronto. I like Toronto. I like it way better than Montreal. I mean, there's more going on, It's fun. I like Toronto a lot.
Some things are okay. I think I still prefer Montreal, but
So boring here.
Toronto
So
has
boring
its
in
moments.
comparison. So boring, dude. There's like nothing going on. And like the thing about Toronto compared to Montreal, people be like, well, at least Montreal, it's like affordable and housing. And it's like, well, that's not even the case anymore. So we're just like a shittier version of Toronto. Hung up on like language laws and cultural bullshit that just fucking holds us back. What a garbage town in a stupid province full of morons. Terrible. I wish we were more like Toronto. focused on winning and making the city big and awesome and like a global international city that everybody would be like impressed with instead of like focusing on dumb shit like we do in Montreal. I used to leave Montreal, and when I came back, I'd be like, wow, it's so nice to be home, so nice to be back in Montreal. Now I come back to Montreal from other places, and I go, ugh, gross. Toronto's so much nicer. Like, I used to come back from Toronto and be like, oof, it's nice to be back in Montreal. Now I come back from Toronto and I go, wow, Montreal is fucking lame compared to Toronto, man. Toronto's so much better. There's so much more going on. Like, it's over. It's not even a question. It used to be like, you know? Now it's like, no, not even a question. It's so far ahead. They're so far past Montreal. It's a joke. It's so bad. This city has fallen off so hard in our lifetime. It's really sad. We have grown up in Montreal at the worst possible time. Well, maybe my kids are growing up in Montreal at the worst possible time because it seems to be a steady decline. So, you know, you hear your parents talk about Expo 67 and all the great things that happened in the 60s and 70s in this city. Now you look at what happened in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s, and now it's like, it's kind of got to shit. Not much going on. World Cup? No. Give that to Toronto. We don't want FIFA World Cup here. Baseball team? No. Somewhere else in Canada, please.
What?
How about a comedy festival? Not really. Let's not really do that. Let's kind of kill that too.
Are we getting a warm-up game October 10th?
A what now?
October 10th, I think we're getting like a warm-up game. Saputo Stadium, I think.
A warm-up World Cup game?
Yeah, I think Canada, Australia, I think.
Oh,
is
wow.
happening.
Wow, an exhibition game between Canada and Australia. How exciting.
I'm not saying it's the greatest thing in the world, but I'm just saying things are still happening.
Joke of a city, man. Joke. This city has gone to shit in my lifetime. Absolute joke.
We question why Toronto always gets the pay-per-views, or they're getting the next AEW pay-per-view in Canada. I mean, it makes sense after
of course.
You see what's going on. Like, yeah.
Yeah. If I were AEW, I'd go there too. I wouldn't come here. The market too, like for an American company for like Anglophone things to come here in Montreal, like it doesn't exist. It's like this small.
Well, it's just a draw too. I mean, we were there at the Bell Center when they had AEW. They didn't really draw at the Bell Center, but I'm not mistaken, in Toronto,
yeah,
was the Scotiabank Arena, I think it's
Yeah,
called.
well, they got a lot of people that speak English and watch the TV shows and want to see the stuff.
Well, but not only that, because like you notice it, like when you were there, it's all connected practically.
Yeah.
Like the Rogers Center is not too far from Scotiabank Arena. Like,
yeah, it's great.
You can walk. It's fantastic. It's not like,
you
have
CN
to
Tower there too. There's so much going on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a great city.
But it's well organized. That's the problem with Montreal. Everything's kind of scattered all over the place. So
yeah. I mean, we got the big Olympic Stadium that's worth nothing. They're trying to fix it. I mean, they're spending a bunch of money on fixing it, and it's going to wind up shittier than it was before somehow, because that's how we do things here. We spend a bunch of money, and then it's worse because we didn't spend it correctly, because we gave it to construction companies that used shitty materials because they're fucking criminals, basically.
Basically, yes.
Yes.
We'll say that.
So, I mean, what do you expect? I don't know what people expect in this shithole. I really don't. But fucking year after year, I see things happen and I go, that's not going to work. And then it doesn't. Going to Toronto and seeing baseball, it just fucking reinforces it too, John. It just, you come back and you're like, oh, I don't. You know how far I have to travel to see a fucking baseball game nowadays? It's just like you come back here and you go, what happened? Because when I was a kid, there was like a vibe. There was more things, you know? It was a city. It was like a real city that kind of competed with Toronto as being like one of the bigger cities in the country.
No,
Anyways.
you're not wrong. I remember there was a time when it felt like if there wasn't hockey going on, there was baseball and soccer going on. There was always like things happening throughout the city. Now it's like if there's one big thing that happens, it's kind of a big thing. I know for people this weekend, it's Comic-Con right now going on, right? So that's their big thing, but everyone has a Comic-Con, so it's not that big of a deal.
No, it's not. You want to meet some old fucking people that have nothing else to do and pay $200 to stand next to them for a picture that they don't want to take, that you are uncomfortable taking? You want to do that?
But
fucking go ahead.
I'm sure you and I both know people that are doing that.
I'm sure we do
already.
I'm sure we do, but we're not doing that because
that's not our thing.
no, it's not. Frankly, I'm appalled and ashamed. Terrible.
Well, it's going to get better, though.
It's not, John. You know it's getting worse, this goddamn city. You've lived
I'm not talking
here.
about Montreal. I'm not talking about Montreal. Yeah, Montreal, it is what it is. It's not going to change, sadly. Yeah, it's a slow death. That's
Jason Pete says, for us, we're glad we left and never intend to come back to Quebec or Montreal. Jason lives in Mexico City. He says if he ever comes back to Canada, he's going to Toronto. That makes sense to me. I don't know. After coming back from there, I go, yeah, maybe I'm just in the wrong city at this point.
Well,
so many people have left Montreal for Toronto, and I go, maybe me too. At this, I just go, what am I still doing here?
It's funny, because I'm sure Antoinette would probably say, like, yeah, what are you doing? But I think I've spent
She knows.
At least...
She grew up in Montreal. She lives in Toronto. She loves it.
I've spent so much time now in NDG. I have to say, though, like, it's my favorite place to live, actually, is NDG. I know you used to live in NDG, and I actually would rather live than here, actually, right now.
NDG
enjoyable
is
NDG.
So not what it used to be.
You're not wrong. It was better.
Oh, yeah.
It's still enjoyable to live, though. It's not like the worst place in the world, like you kind of described.
It's way safer than it was. I'll say that.
Well, that's a big thing. It's a big thing, yes.
It used to be like kind of rough.
A little sketchy at some points, yeah. Especially at night, yeah.
It's not anymore. Like, I grew up there, in the 90s. It was rough.
Certain places you didn't go to.
I mean, I went and I was like, oh shit. But now it's like very gentrified. Like, Monkland has taken over the whole neighborhood. It used to be just like the Monkland. I remember when the Monkland Village started, it was like, oh, there's like fancy rich people up there now. And then trickled down to Sherbrooke Street, and I was like, what the hell happened to Sherbrooke Street? And then the whole neighborhood just went all soft.
I had a very enjoyable walking down Monkland. Guy in a wheelchair wanted me to help him out. Ran right through people. It was an enjoyable time.
Okay. Sounds like more of a story, but I think we're done ranting and raving, John. I've said my piece. I've said what I had to say. It is what
People
it is.
wanted to hear how your week went because you had a big week.
Yeah, it was really good. I really like Toronto. I think it's great. It's very nice.
That's good to hear. It's good to hear.
So much cool shit there. They have so much shit that we don't have there. So much.
Yeah, we talked about this. The restaurants are fantastic.
Yeah.
I know.
They have everything that we don't have here. It's great. I go there, I'm like, oh my God, they have so much cool shit here. Just basic shit where you're like, wow. Life would be slightly nicer if I had these options. Just the options, Also, the
Makes you think.
comfort of knowing, like, I could say hello to a person and they will respond hello back to me. You know, they'll be like the language comfort is something too. I think that can't be discounted. More and more, I go to places, even in like Western Montreal, and no one speaks English at all. And I go, what? Like, you go to NDG at a grocery store, you expect the people to speak English because you're in NDG and like no one speaks English or something. You're like, what's going on here? What happened? It's just, you know, you feel a little bit like put off. Like, I mean, it's whatever. It's Montreal. I get it. But like, usually people speak English in the Western part of it. I've noticed that too. It's like, what? So it's like slightly discomfort, you know? I mean, I speak French, but it's just like I primarily communicate in English. And I like to keep it that way when I'm being served in a service industry type of, you know what I mean?
Well, I live in the West slightly, right?
Yeah.
And mainly hang out in the West. Like, it's very bilingual, I find. I mean,
Yeah.
to each their own in terms of their experience, I find.
I feel like you used to be able to get by in NDG just speaking English to everybody, and now it's like 50-50.
Sure, maybe slightly, but like I still feel very strong. There's a very definitely strong Anglo base here, without question. There's no doubt about that. I think you're a particular group of people, possibly. I think.
I don't know.
That's what I think.
I don't know. They want everybody that comes in here, like new people, you know, immigrants, to speak French first, and so everybody's speaking French, and nobody's learning English because they don't want you to learn English. So a lot of, you know, there's fewer people speaking English, I think. I don't know, John.
They don't have the English test. The French test is very hard.
Well, that's it. Like, there's so much focus on having, and over years and years of that being government policy, like, it's going to make a difference in the population and how it all works. And, you know, I live here too. I'm born here too. So, anyways, the more and more they make you feel like a stranger in your own land, the more you go, well, fuck this land. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Well, for me, I don't feel that way. Not here, anyways. Maybe in other parts of Montreal, possibly. I feel Montreal is very bilingual, but again, everyone has different experiences, I think. And maybe too, there might be a bit more fear, as you know, maybe they see you and you're very more like, very calm, happy person with kids. You know, like maybe that's it. I don't know. And they see me and it's like they're terrified. Maybe it's different kind of vibe. Possibly we give. You give different vibes. Maybe, possibly.
I'm meaner than you are, though. I'm way fucking meaner than you are.
You say that, but I don't know. I can be pretty harmful sometimes. Like, I'm telling you, like, I don't know what it is with people, like, when I'm walking up the stairs or down the stairs, some people, especially I want to say the kids, not so much Zev, but like older generations, they think they can just walk through you. That doesn't happen. And it's never going to happen. So, but I don't worry about that kind of stuff. That happens. Too bad. They fall.
Nobody's walking through Big Johnny.
But that's so it. You and me have different vibes, you know? Right. But we have different vibes kind of thing. I think there's more of a fear with me, and you have kids, so they're like, oh, okay, well, we'll treat them differently.
Yeah. I did notice, like, when I was younger, people used to treat me like I was dangerous. But since I become a dad, people just treat me like a dad. I'm way more dangerous now than I used to be, bro. Are you kidding me?
But maybe because you were, I don't know, maybe because you were younger, people were like, oh, crap, like, yeah, you got to
when you're younger, you're more, like, kind of off the chain. But now I'm more, like, I can keep it together. I'm not going to fly off the handle. But, like, as far as what I'm capable of now compared to any other point in my life, like, I'm far more dangerous physically than I've ever been.
No doubt. It's just, you know, when you have kids, I think it's a different kind of thing.
People look at you like you're one to play with. But, like, yo. You know?
I like how you look at your toys afterwards. It's nice.
I wasn't looking at that, John.
Okay. What's this?
Well, I'm just saying. I got one of these now. It's more dangerous.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Well, that's your experience coming into play. Yes, of course.
Yeah, it makes me more dangerous. Now I know I'm more dangerous. Anyways, God bless. Good night. We'll be back eventually.
I think we've made up the fact that there was no Ringside Report last night, so now they got the whole experience now, I think, tonight.
They got everything. They got too much, I think. I think that was
Possibly.
too much. That was a little too much. Sorry about that.
We had fun. Fun.
Maybe I should run for mayor. Make Montreal great again. That's catchy. No one's used that.
I think we should probably wrap this up. I'm going to say something, and you're not going to be happy, so we should wrap this up, actually.
Okay. Good idea. Is that a good idea?
Good night. Good night.
I wanted to hit the... Didn't work. Where's my yes boy? My yes boy didn't work.
Hold on a minute, player.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Angelo, Jason, all the members over at join.ringsidereport.net. Appreciate you. We'll be back Thursday night, 8 p.m. for Ringside Report MMA, when we'll be previewing UFC Nashville, I guess. Yeah. Here on the Ringside Report Network.
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word.
You know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. Flip those notification switches.
We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net. Hope to